I may be back later. Some other items, yeah. Give it up for Christine, mate.
Yeah!
And I was very moved by that. It was absolutely gorgeous. And that's what it's about, being queer and being in a queer space together. It's not just about our community, it's about other communities. And we all need to come together and be there.
Right on.
Next up, we've got Painter and Mr. Howard. Are you still going to be elusive in the corner?
I'm just
Flirting
free.
with me with your eyes.
Have you done your laundries?
You know it, girl. How could I not?
Have you done your laundries?
It's a blessing in the first babes. Everybody's doing it, honestly. Everybody's undressing me with their eyes. 12 layers of tights.
I don't want to
Watch them
undress
doing
you.
it.
You look fabulous.
Get them all open that fucking hell. It's like an explosion in a jelly baby factory there. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
What's in flask?
Huh? Oh, it's. I'm with.
Smell it. It's lemon.
Why is it steaming?
It's ginger and lemon tea.
I'm not bothered unless it's me that's steaming.
Hey!
I know I am steaming, yeah, always. Seriously, I do have a drink problem. Are you ready?
Talk to Fran.
Do you want to walk around?
I mean, I can holler, but this will be fine.
Give it up for Painter.
Keep that one for your setting, love. How am I doing, guys, on the accent? Not that good?
What are you aiming for?
Are you aiming for American?
That's good.
Where are you going from?
Just don't ask me where I'm from, and yes, the weather is better here.
She gets it.
She really gets me.
What a shithole.
Well, Manchester is, in my opinion, the Los Angeles of the UK, and I'm from LA, so I don't want to go back there. You know, what are you gonna do?
It doesn't rain all the time though.
All right, so I'm gonna have you guys choose the first poem that I'm gonna do. You have 3 choices. Are you ready? I'll tell you them, and then you can cheer for them. All right. We've got Necessity, and we've got the Line Cook Blues, and we've got Breathe. So, who wants Necessity?
Yeah.
Woo! Who wants the Line Cook Blues?
Woo!
Okay. Who wants Breathe? Are you just like in? Well, I will.
You cheered for every single one.
How do we begin? This is what I'm saying.
Breathe.
There you go. All right.
Breathing is a necessity, so I mean,
It's all. I mean, it's all in the same thing. This is, the life experience of the painter. All right. We are going to start with Breathe. You better take a breath. You better take it now before my sight fades in pulsing blackness, echoing the rumble of my heartbeat. It is pounding in my eyelids, pounding in my head, so soon I will believe enough to breathe. Even this dull stench of the beats being crushed across the street. The banana factory, crushing the ever-spinning, beat-crushing wheels through the concrete. I feel the beat trucks pull away, leaving the street awash with blood. Blood, blood, beat, but the proper morning is coming from the frozen sky as the clouds clash their torment down on the asphalt, down on my head. Purple hair wet like the beat, and the beat on the street says, hey, maybe there's a little love left here for you at the corner store. Let you live some more. Let all those canvases torn live again in restoration at the holy temple of the gas station with the blood of the earth pumping out of the ground onto the asphalt. You better take a breath. Asphalt still wet. Beads of water are hanging on the chain link, balanced in the diamonds, so the wake of a passing bicycle blows them down to join their brethren on the ground. You'd better take a breath. Better take it now, as these words of passion pour in and on and around. So who am I to say it differently? Who am I to really see? Who am I to hear it poetically, phonetically, hear it in my hands? spilling out from over the trash cans in East Pasadena as the new sun picks up the cigarette butts on the ground. And all the Starbuckses, and the bagged lunches, and the people late for work. All these little hurts lessened with the dawn. All the scars we managed to go on with, stay strong with, get along with, write our songs with, somehow be fond of all the things we still don't know. We are voice boxes, still raspy in the cold. We are up too early. We are late for work. We are singing the songs of necessity and rent and never better and better than ever and never better than you, and always melting when someone speaks it true. This is not a competition. You better take a breath. Better take it now. Better take it somehow to feed this flesh so we can hurt so much and heat so much that we are like frying pans in the rain. And the water is sublimated into steam off our trench-coated backs and washes clean all the cracks in our exteriors, pushes back all the ways that we fail, all the days that didn't go just right. It is always gonna be a fight to breathe. It is always a fight to maintain some calm in this mad and howling storm. Breathe. The bubbles constantly and babbles constantly and never leaves us in peace. Breathe while everyone is looking for some release. Hey, let it loose. Let it move. Let it through all those bastions of doom built up around the heart that must stay fragile. Next to our brains on drugs, the sunny side up and the pain in the pan of our rib cages and the pages of our skulls, the rain is hissing off the metal, off the bone, and we are burning with purpose. And we have so much to say, so many songs to play, so many words to herd together and we'll flock to the clock tick-tocks it all out into oblivion, always waiting just inside. Always research us for surprises, and a witch stuck on disguises had something of worth. From the birth to the crash, we try to make it last so that we can really see it, so we can maybe even breathe it. Yeah, you better believe it. You better take a breath. Better take it now. I need actual water. Sorry, I have so much honey in me.
Yeah, you do.
I don't mean it like that, but yeah.
Who does?
It's a little, thing. All right. Good choice. I haven't done that one in a while. All right, so next up then, let's do some necessity. Now this is one where I didn't understand that in New York, the radiators have to be turned on by the landlord. I'm from California where we don't even need them, pretty much. And if so, we turn them on, you know. And I was just, my poor little Californian heart was broken and I was so confused, but it taught me a life lesson. Okay. In winter, the radiators all over New York City stop burning, clicking, grinding back to life. An ancient army pulling on their well-worn armor. They begin their battle again, decade after decade, filling every room with the stench of burning dust. And the temperature at night slides below 55 Fahrenheit. The good landlords show up to shovel pathways through the arse packs to flip that arse packs. I mean, that may be a thing. I don't know. That's not what I meant to say. But now I'm having like imagery.
That's a new poem.
Moving right along. Show up to shovel pathways through the ice packs to flip that. We're gonna plow it, baby. Plow it. Plow that arse pack. Yeah, okay, just brief interjection. Brief interjection though. You know that one, I feel like this is a good, the joke of when two lesbians and two gay guys are racing from New York to San Francisco, who gets there first? This is terribly inappropriate and I love it. The lesbians get there first because they're going lickety-split all the way. And the gay guys are still back home packing their shit.
Because lesbians moving together too soon.
Or the lesbians are going 69 all the way. Although I feel like gay guys could do that too, which is why I choose lickety split. You know what I mean? Anyways,
You all.
moving right the fuck along. When the temperature night slides below 55 Fahrenheit, the good landlords show up to shovel pathways through the ice packs to flip that all-important switch that strikes the spark, igniting the city's metal ribs. See, warmth in this metropolis is a howling, desperate thing. There are no fireplaces in Washington Heights, none in Harlem, Greenpoint, Bed-Stuy, no way to burn real wood, only petroleum and thin electricity. And where would our meek smoke go? Our smattering of ashes, the fading heat from our hands. Who would see it for what it is? This little street-side testament to human soul ache. I'm just saying we should just open the door.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
Yeah, you are.
There's all this talk of radiators.
I know, I brought them in.
I keep checking them and they're off, you know.
Come on, make yourself at home.
That's nice. Don't lie. That is gorgeous. That's like
Oh no, it's close now. This is so British. They like close the door down. It's alright. Shut it. Shut it, mate. Leave it out.
Shut it inside.
Don't say his name in front of me.
Don't say his name.
Nobody asked me about that. Wow, this poem has been thoroughly decimated. It's quite meaningful. At this point, I don't feel like you do it.
Oh my god.
I'm giving up on it. We're doing it anyway. We might come back. We might come back to it if you're very good. No, I'm gonna do another one that's more energetic and less. All right, this one's the Line Cook Blues. Your third choice. Well, it was the second choice, really.
Hang on.
She's keeping score for sure. All right, here we go. Here I come talking to myself as I cook breakfast. These graceful motions of efficiency unfold themselves even better as my muscles begin to remember the love of rhythm. And who are we while spinning spatulas? Who are we in the middle of conversation, of complication? Who are we when we give in to frustration, or elation, or self-emancipation, or craziness, insanity? And who are we when we are finally able to scream? You paint yourself yellow. You paint yourself into something to remind you of the sun. But what of the moon, I say? Shouldn't it all be in balance while we still have a chance? So you throw down a challenge to rock it harder this time. So I throw down my battles and rock it harder this time. Could we take it higher? And if we could, would we? Could we breathe fire? And if we could, would we? Could we slam it even higher? And because we can, should we? Could we breathe fire? Could we light back up the stars? Could we spin it to cascades of water, tumbling, sunlit? So, all the lips that move in the world in one instant towards each other to kiss, tongues insistent, each with differing histories mixed with little particle of mystery, recalling the first touch ever. And how close are each of these on the timeline of love to the loss that, at whatever number on the clock, always comes? How close are we, love? When will you leave, love? How close are we, love? Please tell me we are far and help me to believe you. I would not deceive you, could I help it? Always believe you, cannot help it. Still, what deceptions are we hiding in the junk drawers of our psyches, below the extra scissors and the paper clips, waiting to stab our mental fingers while we're looking for a pen? Please, come again, love. Give me one more chance to blend, love. Take me then and send me, love. Would you take my wholeness and rend me, love? Would you take my mental intestines? And do you really love me, love? Do you really? Are you picking up what I have been putting down for all humanity assembled cumulatively in still frames from my memory? Have I affected anything at all with all these calls I have dialed into darkness? And into light I come stumbling, fumbling for my sunglasses. This is much too much to bear, I say. I can't afford to care. I say, I can't have it be this way, or I will surely fall. But tearing leaves from profusion on my way, I say, who are we to see this? When we can't even appreciate it, when we are so wholly blind to it because we are busy living lost in it. It's like a shutter that snaps in the mind, snapshots of existence randomly imprinted on tissues, somehow achieving sentience. We are created of carbon and water and oxygen and the alley just off Lake Street and the man we met with the makeshift mouth heart. See, this could always be the start of something. This could always be the masterpiece. But to exist only in our own judgment is the hardest thing. We are all built with a longing to believe, to perceive, to eat, to sleep, to wrap our hands around, to let go, to really know, to flow. But even so, we struggle with half-thought wonderings, always bumbling when the light peeks in. Try to just hang with it, till you get the hang of it, till you hear the slang, that's the game of it. Someday you will handle it. Just stand strong. It's a long time to wander, so find yourself a friend and make it into the greatest thing. Tonight is the night. We're gonna go. Throw the backpacks on the bike rack and floor it. Watch the countryside slide by silently through open windows. Can't you see? It is all right. There is way too much light, but only when you agree to see it. So just believe me, love. I won't leave you, love. If it please you, love. If it please you.
That's great, give it up.